I have in my possession a letter written by Senators Reid and McConnell and by congresspersons signed by 87 senators and 380-something congressmen, over 400 members of Congress, appealing to the president not to cave in to what happened to the flotilla from Turkey that were bringing relief to the blockaded people of Palestine and Gaza. They told him in words, hang tough and veto anything in the United Nations that comes up condemning Israel. I don't know what he's going to do, but I looked at the list of who signed it. You don't have no real representatives, you know that, don't you? All your representatives, for the most part, are bought and paid for. They will fight for you up to a point. Now I'll have to let you go. Listen. President Obama can't talk about reparations.
Can't talk.
He ain't bringing that up.
No, sir. No, sir.
I have here a letter that I wrote to Abraham Foxman with a copy to the President of the United States and all the leading members of the Jewish community. And soon it'll be on the desk of all our college presidents and members of Congress. But, brother, would you do me a favor? Put up that ferry with all that cotton on it. If you can find it while I'm ending this. Look, let me go over there a minute. Look here. You see these bales? Black people picked this cotton and got less than 50 cents per bale. And white folk got millions. And that's why they can, through trade and commerce, they can lead in mathematics and science because their money puts them where they want to go. Now let me ask you a question. Do you think after making America rich and strong and fighting in all her wars, making Europe strong, do you think that we are owed reparations for what we have done to make America what America is? If you think so, stand up on your feet. All punks sit down. Shit. Well, all right. If that's what you think, and there are black people right now in Mississippi in slavery, in Alabama in slavery, and a black man is appealing to Congress to right this wrong, he can't get a hearing. We got over 400,000 black men and women in the United States Armed Forces. What are they doing in Iraq? What are they doing in Afghanistan when our fight is here? So look, the time has come when we have to present a solid case to America. They have no jobs for us. They don't intend to look after us. God has said, he raised the question in Isaiah, shall the prey be taken from the mighty and the lawful captive be delivered? You are a lawful captive that is being used as a hostage. But as you see the plagues now striking America, one town was overrun with flies. Another was overrun with frogs. Rain, hail, snow, earthquakes. Now, after I leave you today, God is going to put an exclamation point behind this lecture, and a calamity of great magnitude is going to strike America. I am my Father's helper. You don't need to look for no Moses. Elijah Muhammad is that Moses, and I am his Aaron and his Joshua. You don't need to look for your Jesus. He's the first begotten of the dead. You on a dead level. Elijah was raised from you, and I am to him what Paul was to Jesus. The Jews may not like me because the Jews didn't like Jesus. And they began to argue with Jesus, as they're going to soon argue with me. Over what? We the children of Abraham. But Jesus said to the Jews, if you were the children of Abraham, you would be found doing the works of Abraham. They said, we are from God. God is our Father. But Jesus said, if God were your Father, you would love me. For I proceeded forth and came from God. I say to the Jews, if you are the seed of Abraham, you would do the works of Abraham. He was a just man. He was a righteous man. He was an upright man. He was neither a Christian nor a Jew, for he predated the Torah and the gospel. We are the seed of Abraham. We are the children of divine promise. We are the people that God has visited. And we are the people that God has promised land, and he will fight this enemy for your freedom. Thank you for listening, and may Allah bless you. Yeah.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. All praise is due to Allah for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
If you misunderstood me, I said he met with the president of the major Jewish organizations in the Oval Office in the White House. Not Jewish presidents, but the presidents of major Jewish organizations. Now, it's nearly 400. that signed the letter. I have their signatures. Well, family,
Yes, sir, brother.
I thank all those who are listening by radio. I thank all those who were not afraid and turned their radio off. Now, you ought to know that a lecture like this has put me in deep trouble with those forces that run this world. I have never been more prepared in my life to do what it takes, even if it's to free you. But I can tell you, they killed their last prophet when they killed Jesus. But Jesus, the Messiah, they can't have him. The Messiah is not 2,000 years ago. He's today. He comes at the end of the world of the wicked. As the Bible teaches you, God's coming is after the workings of Satan. Revelation 2 and 9. Those who say they are Jews and are not, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan. So be careful of what church you belong to today. Make sure you belong to the Church of Jesus Christ, that one who is bringing in the kingdom of God. May God bless each and every one of you. May God guide you and protect you. And I pray that if there's any fear in your hearts, that Allah will remove that fear, because right now your enemies are trembling. Because if this truth is in your hand and you are willing to share it with them, you'll see them try feebly to defend it, but there is no defense. I wrote them and told them there's two things that they can do. I said, we are armed with the truth, and we could charge you with being the most virulent anti-black group, parading as a friend but acting through this book as our worst enemy. We thank God for those Jews who would befriend the black man, and those Gentiles who hear what I'm saying. Stop looking over there. If there's something you want to do to get a blessing, help me.
Go ahead.
To help free our people. Listen, 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 listen. It's written in the Quran that Allah took a covenant with all of the people to whom he sent a prophet. That when that one comes, who is found written in the Torah and the gospel, that you should help him. I represent that one. I am an extension of that one. And even though he is not here, I am here to represent him. So if you help me lift this black man up from his degraded state and help me to civilize him and put him on the road to building a nation, then the judgment of God will be kept back from you. But the window of opportunity for you, America, is very, very short. I said, now you can marshal your forces and come against me and the Nation of Islam with all you got. I said, but if you take that route, Allah God and his Messiah, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, will bring you to disgrace and ruin, destroy your power and your influence in America and throughout the world. I don't have any power. Just a minute. I don't have any power to fight these people except the power of the word. It's not me. It's who's backing me that you should be afraid of. I'll say it again. It is not I. And if you want to test to see if I am backed by God, no, serious. God had me doing this as a dare. I dare you. It's written in the book of Psalms, touch not my prophets and do my anointed no harm. He sits in heaven and laughs at you, and I'll be around till he makes all my enemies my footstool. I'll walk on you. So if you want to show who got God with them, bring all your forces and come against me. And I, with the backing of my God and his Christ, will defeat you all. You can take it or let it alone. One more time, Assalamu alaikum.
Brothers and sisters, let us hear it for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Let us now be still. Let us not break apart before we close with prayer. Let us bow our heads where we are. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Merciful, Master of the day of judgment in which we now live. Thee alone do we serve, and to Thee alone do we beseech for help. O Allah, guide us on the right path, the path of those upon whom You have bestowed favors, not the path of those upon whom Your wrath is brought down, nor of those who go astray after they have